The Weekly Warp Pipe.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Weekly Warp Pipe, a podcast dedicated to retro video games, 80s and 90s toys, and all things nostalgia. This week, we're jumping into the Warp Pipe and going back and taking a look at our top NES soundtracks. Me and Jay both picked 5 games that we thought had awesome songs, so we picked like one song off of each game. We're going to play them for you, and it should be a good time. Boom, boom, boom.
I can't find my phone. That has my list on it.
I have the Google Doc on here.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to remember where my list was.
Yeah, someone has suggested, I couldn't find in the DMs, someone was suggesting that we should do some musics. So if you guys have any suggestions, you could follow us at any of the social medias. We're on Instagram. We have a Facebook page, and then, of course, the community page on YouTube. Or you can give us a call, 949-682-9277, and check out the weeklywarpipe.com. Those are all ways to contact us and give us suggestions and all that. So this will be kind of different. I did download all the tracks.
Sick.
So we can...
We're about to rock out then.
Yeah.
There's some good ones.
We'll give a listening to you guys, and I put down a little backstory of the composers, which I'll do my best to get their names correctly, but they're all...
You better say it right, Russ.
Japanese.
Absolutely no mispronunciation whatsoever.
If you guys do like video game music, I have a 4th YouTube channel. It's called 8-Bit Bliss. I got a bunch of videos on there with video game music that are a few hours long that you could just put on in the background and listen to. And I have a couple live streams that I put on there that are like 12 hours long. So if you're looking for that, definitely check out 8-Bit Bliss. But
it's blissful.
We're going to get into some NES games, music on the NES, that chip tunes music. We'll start off. I'll go on my list here. I chose Super Mario Bros. 2 World 1.
That's a good one.
The composer is Koji Kondo, best known for his many contributions to Super Mario and Legend of Zelda series of video games, amongst others produced by the company. Kondo was hired by Nintendo in 1984, becoming the first person hired by them to specialize in video game music. His work in the Mario and Zelda series has been cited as among the most memorable in video games, such as the Super Mario Bros. Overworld theme. But this is from Mario 2.
This is one of my favorites.
So give it a listen. Hope you guys enjoy. Pretty good.
So
yeah,
good.
Definitely.
For those of you not watching on YouTube, I am doing hand motions to every single sound that's being made. I probably look ridiculous, but hey, for the ones watching, I hope you enjoy my weirdness.
I didn't come up with anything to put on screen while we're listening to the music, so you just watch us dance. Playing this game in that first world, like exploring and hearing that music, it's so happy and upbeat, and it definitely fits, I think, as a Mario tune for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with it. It's a very happy tune.
And it fits with like how the game is very bright. You got the blue background and the bright greens of the luscious grass and hills and all that. So I feel it fits that game pretty good. I'm not 100% sure if that song is in Doki Doki Panic as well.
That was my thought. I don't know either.
Right. But I mean, it has the same aesthetic, anyways. The bright blue background and the trees and all that. So
I almost bet that it's not.
who knows?
But I could be wrong. If you know, let me know. Tell me. Say you're wrong, Jay. It is. All right, you ready for my number one? I found my phone.
Oh, you found your phone with the list. Perfect.
Yeah, and I'll try to also not butcher these names. My first song is from Batman Level 1 called The Streets of Gotham. The composer is Naoki Kodaka. And
Nice.
Also known, I'm not going to say what he's also known as. But anyway, he's a Japanese composer who is one of the main audio creators at Sunsoft, who always made the dopest music. And he created music for the NES and the Famicom titles since the company started making them. He has been responsible for the creation of many catchy and memorable soundtracks such as Blaster Master,
Nice.
Fester's Quest, Revenge of the Joker, and many others.
Sweet. So here's Streets of Gotham from Batman on NES.
Yes. So good, right? Aren't you ready to like go to Gotham and like bash some skulls?
It definitely gets you pumped up. Like they needed a song that you're starting the game and you're fighting the bad guys in Gotham City. So, like you said, you got to get you pumped up. It's got to be upbeat, and they definitely accomplished that with this song for sure.
I think one of the best things about that song for me personally is I owned that game as a kid and played it very often when I was like alone in my house. My dad would be over across the street working at the church we lived near. And just that music, the first time I heard it, like 30 years later, I was like, oh my God, I just remember every little sound. I loved it. I love it so much.
And we'll say, since it is like the first area when you're playing, so you're going to hear it every time you play the game because you're playing that first area every single time.
That's
maybe,
right.
Maybe the later tracks you're not going to hear because you can't get there all the time. But
that's
every
right.
time you start that game, so good.
Yeah, lots of layers, lots of drums.
Love the drum like solo like comes in the little roll.
Yeah, it's so sick. I love that song.
I will say, if you guys do enjoy video game music and podcasts, quick shout out to my friend XVGM Radio. They got a podcast and they do tons of video. They just passed their 100th episode and they do a lot better format than how we're doing it here. We're just kind of jumping on a whim and showing you guys some tunes, but definitely check out XVGM. My buddy Mike Levy runs that there, and yeah, good stuff.
Very cool.
All right, what do we got? Jump on to my number 2. I chose a Double Dragon Level 1.
Ooh, yeah.
The composer is Kazunukia Yamini. Best known for composing Double Dragon series of games for Technos, and he's also known for such gems as the Combat Tribes and Hessian Ninja Shadow Force.
Say that 5 times fast.
I definitely can't. All right, we got Double Dragon. Let's see, where is it on on my list here.
Love me some Double Dragon.
I can't find it. Did I not upload this one? No, here it is. Mission 1. Mission 1. Here we go. Nice.
That's so cool.
I forgot that it goes off on that tangent on the end there.
Yeah, it has like tons of little random notes, like a solo.
I love the running when the guitar part's just like it's just it kicks in. It's almost similar to how you start Batman. You're starting Double Dragon. You need a song that's going to pump you up. You're ready to beat up the bad guys, and that's certainly it. That's certainly and get you pumped.
It does. Every time I hear it, I'm always digging it. So,
and again, it's being the first level, it's like you hear that track the most.
You're gonna hear it every time.
Sparks that nostalgia for sure.
All right, Russ, I got a good one for number 2. You ready?
Ready.
All right, you guys that know me well know that I love Castlevania. So number 2 is Bloody Tears from Castlevania 2. The composer is Kenichi Matsurubara. I don't know if I said that right. Anyway, a Japanese composer who worked for Konami. He has become popular in the video game music world for composing the music to the game Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, as well as his work on Gradius series, Contra Force, and the Lone Ranger on NES. But we all know Bloody Tears is probably his, magnus opus. How do you say that word?
Magnus opus?
There you go. That's the word.
There we go. Bloody Tears.
So good.
Nice. That's a classic. That's a classic one for sure.
When
a lot of people crap on the Simon's Quest game, but you can't crap on the soundtrack, right?
No, the soundtrack is solid all the way through.
Definitely a good one.
And it's cool they finally worked it into the cartoon series.
Yes, yeah. If you watch the series on Netflix, for sure. But again, fits the theme so well. Being, you're starting out in the town, so it's very calm and all this. And once you get to the next screen, you're in the woods. You're seeing the werewolves and all these other things. Just kicks in with that drum.
Doesn't it just come on when it goes from day to night? Isn't it Bloody Tears
That's right.
at Night?
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like do do do, like it's like a slower
Yeah.
drum.
Yep. But it's still good.
Definitely a good one. I want to say my buddies, if you like this video game music and all that, another shout out to my friends Lame Genie. They do video game music covers, and they kind of make it a little bit heavier. I'm pretty sure they've done Bloody Tears. They just had a vinyl press
Nice.
of Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Nice.
With my buddies, they did a collaboration. Respawn Records put it out, and yeah, it's definitely good stuff. I have a very small video game vinyl collection, but it's
cool.
slowly growing. All right, what else we got for music?
I think you got a good one coming at us next.
So I chose Mega Man 2, Dr. Wily Stage 1. Definitely iconic for sure. Had to get some Mega Man love in there. So this composer is Tanashi Tashiya. Let's see, is a Japanese composer who worked for Capcom and Konami. Best known as the primary composer for Mega Man 2. Takashi parents were music teachers, which no doubt gave him a head start in music.
Yes.
So this is Mega Man 2, Dr. Wily, Stage 1. Nice.
I love every one of these. I could do this all day.
Yeah, maybe I said if you guys enjoy this, maybe I'll try to tweak the format a little bit. But I mean, we could go through Sega, Game Boy, Super Nintendo,
You
a
name
bunch
it.
of stuff. You name it. We could do strictly Capcom games, strictly Konami games, and make a list as well.
Whatever you want.
Fantastic music for sure. Again, you're going through all the bosses. Maybe you're tired of playing the game, put in a few hours, and you're like, all right, I got to go to Wily's castle. And then this music pumps you right back up.
You're ready to finish it off.
Again, I love all those like the running notes, and all the beats are kind of that just straight, like almost like back to like my pop punk group days of like.
There was some cool stuff happening underneath the surface on that too. At one point, I don't exactly know how to describe. I don't know if they were like bass notes, but it sounded rad.
Yeah. I mean, again, I never developed any video game music or tried to. A few of my friends do dive into that, and it's definitely full of layers, like knowing what goes with what, knowing your keys and scales and all that for sure.
Right. Yeah.
So they definitely work, and making the music back then certainly was a lot harder than now. So it's definitely more accessible and lots of tutorials, but back then they're pioneering this stuff.
Yeah, unbelievable, right? All right, I kind of picked a wild one for number 3. This is from Bionic Commando Level 1. The composer was Junko Tamaya. a female. She worked on other great titles such as Gunsmoke, codename Viper, and Little Nemo the Dream Master in the 1980s and early 1990s. Capcom forced its employees to use aliases in their game credits in order to prevent competing companies finding out who those employees are and hiring them away for their talent. This led Junko Tamiya being credited under a variety of different aliases, which made it difficult to track down all the games she worked on, unfortunately.
Right. So yeah, back then they didn't want people poaching. Like we got the good composers.
That's right.
You guys can't have it, so they had to have different names. So it could be hard.
I like the drum beat that this kind of starts out on. Kind of cool.
Okay, so here we go. We got Bionic Commando level 1. Hold on, I'm going to start it over because I had the music down, or the volume down. And go.
And then it kind of starts over.
That's it. You get your loop going.
Kind of an interesting little tune, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, so Bionic Commando. If you guys hadn't played it, it's like a military game. You're going up basically up against the Nazis. They don't say Nazis in the NES thing, but
I can't remember what they're called, but they have a different name.
Right. But it has that military sound with just that snare drum.
Yeah.
Like if you were marching on the lines and you had your military band, for sure. It definitely sounds like that.
Underrated NES game.
And again, we talked about they did do a remake of it of the NES version. It's like 2D but like HD style that was available on I think PS3, Xbox 360 and stuff like that. Not the Bionic Commando like full 3D game.
Yeah.
So I think it's called Rearmed. That's right, Bionic Commando Rearmed. So if you guys enjoy that, check it out for sure. Let's see, what do we got? Like 2 more left, so I think it's a good time to jump into our Power Minute if you want to do that.
Yeah, what's the Power Minute got to tell us this week?
Power Minute. So this is the segment where we take a look at a Nintendo Power issue from back in the day. I did grab this one that is for April 1991, and it has Super Mario Brothers 3 on the cover there.
I like that sunshine. He looks awesome.
A little sun here. I know a guy. He's in a Facebook group. I don't remember his name, but he has a collection of these
figures
items, the figures, like the claymation figures that they use to take the pictures from the Nintendo Powers. And I'm like, such a niche collection, but he has like the Mega Man and a few Mario ones.
He probably has like the shoe too, doesn't he? Is it the same guy?
Probably. And it's like, I wish I could see the collection at some point.
I know the other side that you don't see is like not formed.
Oh, of like the
only the side that the camera catches.
That the camera, yeah. So why spend the money and time to do that on the other side? So we like to go back and take a look at what the top 25 games were back then in 1990, apparently.
91, right?
This is 1990.
Oh, sorry.
If I said 91, I apologize.
It's probably me.
Let's see. Where is it? It should be in the back here, right?
Usually. That's one of the few I don't have. the cover of that Mario 3 in the intro to NES Complex's Nintendo powered time machine,
Yeah.
he does like this like shine effect. I don't even know how you describe it. It's almost like it's like it gleams for a second, and it's right when it shows that cover.
Oh, nice. Video shorts. Here's classified. I should mark the pages for we.
Before the power minute.
It's more of a power 5 minute.
I got to remember that I got to stay further away from the microphone. I apologize for anybody that listened to last week's podcast. I was a little too close to the mic.
Top 30.
Top 30. Let's do it.
All right. We're in 1990. And we got for number 1 was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Still in first place, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles packs comic book fun and adventure to your NES. What do you have to say about that, Jay?
As a kid, I would have not agreed. As an adult, I fully agree.
There you go. It's interesting that they added, this must be a new feature. They added this little key section here with different colors. So you can quickly take a glance. So like red, these titles are new to the top 30. Keep a close eye on them. Blue, games that are really on the move. These games have jumped up several places in the poll. And green, favorites that have maintained their popularity among the top 30.
Gotcha.
So coming in at number 2 was Mega Man 2.
Oh, yeah. That should have been number 1.
Dr. Wily's bag of robo tricks is still full of surprises, like moving up to second place.
There you go.
Coming in at number 3, Super Mario Brothers 2. Mario and Luigi and friends continue their second great adventure in style, holding on to third place. So both music we heard from already today.
That's right.
Number 4 is Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Nobody knows how many Links are currently stalking the enemies of Hyrule, but it must be a lot.
What?
I don't know. They're trying to throw some dad jokes in here.
Who wrote this?
And then number 5 is Dragon Warrior. AlphaGuard is a difficult test for even the mightiest warrior. This game makes the grade as well. And I will say in this issue, I was flipping through it, there is a Dragon Warrior like map.
Okay.
Let's see. Is it?
Were you ever a Dragon Warrior player? Did you play that game?
I played the first one. I don't think I beat it though. So the poster is not ripped out of this magazine. And it came with the power pack that is also stuck to this.
Pack source.
The pack source.
Like
and I have a few envelopes in here too, I guess, to send in my Nintendo Power magazine. Send in your subscription.
Get the power. Nintendo power.
So that was March, April 1990. The top 5 games of Nintendo Power.
That's cool.
Nice. Moving along on our list here. My number 4 was, you guys know me and Jay both love this game, and I chose Jackal Stage 1.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Composer was, I guess, 2 people on this. Atsushi Fujio and Shinya Sakamoto.
I like those names. Atsushi.
Atsushi worked on lots of Konami titles such as Metal Gear, Bayou Billy, Super Contra 3, The Alien Wars on SNES, and Castlevania Bloodlines on Sega.
Nice.
And Shinya also worked at Konami in 1984 on such titles as Blades of Steel, Rush N Attack, and Snatcher on the MSX.
Cool.
So another one to get you pumped up. Here's a Jackal. Nice.
Has that same kind of military feel that Bionic Commando has.
That's what I was gonna say. Like it still has that snare drum definitely carries that military soundtracks, I would say.
I would
But
say that
it has more pop to it on this one.
a little more fun.
Right. Where because I try to use when I'm making videos, I have the Bionic Commando soundtrack, like download it, and I'm like, I just can't fit it in to
To
like
anything.
to
Yeah.
anything like that drives the whatever's happening on screen because
Right.
it's so military based where
It's
I'm
such
like,
yeah.
but with Jackal, it has that more pop, like upbeat
Yep.
feel to it. And I'm like, I could definitely put this in for like a driving montage or
That's
whatever.
right.
Super fun. Yeah, love this game. I wish they made a sequel.
Dude, Jackal is criminally underrated. Kind of like Bionic Commando. It's one of those games on the NES that's still extremely affordable. And I don't know if many people play it, but if you don't, you should.
I will have to, I'm pretty sure there's an arcade game which I never played of Jackal. So I'd have to try to search that out and give that a go. I imagine it's just as fun.
My buddy Philip was like the main person that's like, Jay, you got to play Jackal. So,
oh, yeah.
And when I finally broke down and did it, I was like, oh my God, this is incredible.
It's a good one. And I did play, someone had suggested, what was it called? Firepower 3000 on Super Nintendo.
Is it kind of similar?
So you can play as I think a tank.
Okay.
And then a helicopter is player 2.
That's
but
cool.
I live streamed it and I only played as the tank. We ended up beating it. And I couldn't figure out, it wasn't very clear how to switch to the helicopter. I have after stream, I figured it out. It wasn't just like here's the tank, here's the helicopter, and you hit select and it goes up and down. Not as fun. Definitely more difficult. I had to use a ton of save states to get through it.
You ever beat Jackal?
Yes. Jackal's good.
So good.
Definitely fun as a couch co-op, Jackal.
I agree. Me and Andy Pac-Man Case played it a couple weeks ago when I was at his house.
Nice.
We were having so much fun.
All right, what else you got, Jay?
All right, so this is one that you mentioned in the top 5 a minute ago on the old Power Minute. Zelda 2, but specifically the intro. So, yeah. Let's see here. The music composer was Akito Nakatsuka. Is credited as Tuskasian? I don't know.
I guess that's like a nickname, yeah. Tuskaskin.
Tsukasin.
There we go. Maybe. I like that.
Tsukasin. Is a sound designer at Nintendo. Titles he worked on include Excite Bike, great music, Punch Out, great music, Ice Climbers, I don't know. And he joined the company on the R&D 2 department, where he initially provided the soundtrack for various Famicom titles such as Zelda 2, NES Open, Tournament Golf. In the Super Famicom era, he worked on some Satellaview games such as Satu Hakun. Hope I said that right. And on the hardware, sound, and design.
Nice.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. So here's Zelda 2 title screen.
But what I think is so cool about Zelda 2 is Zelda 1 obviously had an amazing intro too, right?
Right,
So
absolutely.
I feel like
Iconic.
this one complements that one very well, without completely copying it.
Right. It's like you're setting up the sequel.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't want to copy it exactly because then you're gonna like that sounds just like the other one.
Right.
If maybe use a different key or whatnot. But I definitely enjoy the build of it where you're watching the story go and it's like very minimal
Right.
music, and then it slowly adds more layers, and then kind of eventually kicks in.
Yeah. It just I don't know. I've always both of those intros for both Zeldas. I mean, either one of them could have made my list if I'm being honest, but that one just seems a little more interesting.
I would say it's interesting that we both chose. So I chose Mario 2 and you chose Zelda 2 instead of having the
And
originals,
Castlevania 2.
and Castlevania 2 and Mega Man 2.
And Mega Man 2. That's so wild.
Wow. If only there was a Jackal 2.
I know.
Would have had great music.
Sure it would have.
See, closing out my tip, my what am I trying to say?
Top 5?
Top 5, I guess. My tracks. I chose Bubble Bobble,
There you
the
go.
the room theme. Certainly classic, and you're playing the game. This song just goes on, and it doesn't really dwell on you. The composer is Tadashi Kimjiya. He appears to have worked on Taito from around 1985 to 1991 as part of their sound team, Zuntata, in which he served as a guitarist. He's best known for composing the music to the game Bubble Bobble, but he also wrote the music to Fairyland Story, as well as producing the sound effects to the arcade game Arkanoid.
Very cool.
So here is Bubble Bobble. It's a short loop, but
Feels like you're in a circus.
yeah, I mean, again, it has that super fun feel for sure to it. And for it being such a short loop, it surprisingly doesn't get too annoying because that's all you're hearing basically while playing the game through
Yeah.
90 levels, or
Holy moly.
how many levels are on there. But yeah, I can see the circus music
It's like
aspect
almost
of
like
it.
you're at a carnival or something.
Right. I like the callback section when it's like do 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 do.
Yeah, that's fun. That is fun.
Definitely a good time for sure.
What did you say? What did you say?
Springfield, let's hear from you.
All right, guys, we asked you what are some of your top NES music tracks from the system on our community page on the YouTube thing. So if you guys want to communicate with us, that's the best place to go to. So let's jump over to there. Favorite NES music. We got 8 comments. Seventh Angel. Let's see. Wow, I love this topic. Can't wait to hear the countdown. I can't decide the order of my favorites, but here they are. And a lot of people gave us like 10 choices.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that, actually.
All right, she got Mega Man 2, Bubble Man,
That's a great one.
Shadowgate, Adventure Begins.
Okay.
I'm sure that sounds creepy. Mega Man 3, Magnet Man Stage.
Okay.
Maniac Mansion, Dave's theme.
All right.
Crystallis, Final Area.
Very cool.
Castlevania 2, ooh, the town theme.
I like the town theme.
Feel like that'd be a good chill like track to just hang out to.
Yep.
Dragon Warrior Overworld,
Okay.
Star Tropics, Test of Island Courage. Gotta love me some Star Tropics.
I love Star Tropics.
Swords and Serpents, the main theme.
All right.
Can't say I heard that one before.
Swords and Swerpents. Yeah, I don't know.
Swords.
Sorry.
And Friday the 13th, cabin theme / overworld theme. Very simple, but effective.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's a good one for sure. Yeah, very short loop, but it's spooky, gets you in the mood, and it doesn't get too annoying listening.
It always
over
gets me in the mood, Russ.
Jesus.
What's that about my savior?
TND video games. TND. Hi.
Dynamite. TND.
Journey to Silius, hands down the most rockin' track.
Journey to Silius is really good.
Yeah,
Sunsoft made that, so it doesn't
Sunsoft
surprise
did
me.
that. It was supposed to be a Terminator game. If
Mhm.
you guys didn't know, and fantastic game for sure. So definitely try that out.
Pretty hard though. I'm not great at that game, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think I got to like level 3 or 4. With
That's
like save
about as
states, I
far
think.
as I got, but not with save states.
Gotcha. Okay, we got our buddy Bilbo Baggins. He was super stoked.
Bilbo.
He was chatting with me on the Discord, and he was like, "Let's go." Which
My
is what he
dog
said
used to
here.
be Bilbo Wagons.
Nice. All right, we got G.I. Joe, Real American Hero,
I could totally agree with that.
composed by I'm gonna mess up all these names. Nubiyuki Shidoa.
I like it.
Favorite track, Enemy Base Theme.
It is a
So
good one.
He's all about the music, so he gave us title, composer, and track. We show us to a full episode and just what he provided to us.
Bilbo he knows what's up.
Bucky O'Hare, composed by Tomokio Simiyama. Favorite track is just called Cell.
Okay.
I mean, Bucky O'Hare's definitely got a banging
It
soundtrack
does.
for sure. And then another one here, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project, composed by 3 artists.
Wow. Tom, Mark, and Travis.
Tom, Mark, and Travis. Favorite track, Bridge of Danger. Mega Man 4. A lot of people choose a Mega Man.
Yeah.
Mega Man 4, composed by Minya Fuji. Favorite track is Dr. Kozak. Dr. Kozak, number 2. And then again, Journey to Silius. This is number 5.
Yeah.
Terrorist Headquarters is the track. And then we got an honorable mention, Battletoads Double Dragon, composed by the great David Wise. Favorite track, Missile Mayhem.
Missile Mayhem.
That could be a dope 80s metal band cover.
Yeah.
Side note, the Genesis OST is superior. Ooh.
Shots fired.
Let's see. Maybe I'll post more later, but there is some to check out or to chew on for now. I tried to avoid Castlevania, Contra, Battletoads, etc. Those are the easy choices. My number 1 will always be G.I. Joe.
I like it.
Nice. All right, we got Mike Bomb. Here's a quick list of some of my faves. Mega Man Electric Man theme. Wizards and Warriors, the tree theme and title screen.
I like the title screen of that one too.
Yeah, it's a good one. Mega Man 2 Crash Man Stage. Ninja Gaiden Ballistic Minefield. Mega Man 3 the ending theme. A lot of the game's ending themes are like really good. They have to be like you played through the whole game and you want to like a feel song at the end.
Yep.
Bad Dudes Level 2 theme. We got Super Mario Bros. 3 Cursed Kings is the track. Castlevania 3 Evergreen Clockwork. Contra the boss theme. And we got Heavy Barrel first level theme.
Heavy Barrel.
Nice. And we got Samuel Mirrors commented my top 10 plus a bonus one.
Ooh.
All right. We got Castlevania 1 through 4.
Cheater. I love it though.
It's on Super Nintendo, so that doesn't count.
It still counts.
All right.
It's so good it can count. I allow it.
Mario 1 through 3. Zelda and Link, so both of those. Just the first Double Dragon. Batman.
My dude.
Street Fighter 2. So he's throwing in a couple. I guess just overall video game music.
There
then.
you
go. Strider.
I
On
really
NES.
enjoy the intro theme to Strider.
Yes, it's got that kind of like. It's hard to describe, like synthy, deep sounds, like. I don't know. Good track.
Yeah.
Me trying to hum it does no justice. Metroid, Ninja Gaiden 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage 1 through 3 as well, and the first Splatterhouse.
Okay, I don't know the Splatterhouse music, so
I played through some of the Splatterhouse's games, but I can't remember. I mean, obviously it's probably spooky music, right?
it's got to be
Spooky game. We got Andy from the 90s are rad.
They
channel.
are rad. He's not wrong.
He says the whole DuckTales soundtrack slaps, especially the moon theme.
Everybody loves the moon theme.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think it's a little overrated.
My bomb dropped in. Ooh, I forgot the moon theme.
It's so good.
And then you can even hear the revamp version of the moon theme when they did the remastered of DuckTales on the Wii U and PS3 and Xbox. So you can hear some of the music, a little bit updated quality.
There you go. Remastered, remixed, remodeled.
Remodeled. So those are some of the tracks that you guys said we should check out, and your favorite tracks. Show us. I was going to say could do a Spotify playlist, but these probably aren't on Spotify because we did that before on our top 90s hits.
Yes.
So, but if you did want to check out some video game music, I do have my other channel, 8-Bit Bliss, and I do have like themed playlist and like video. So it's like NES tunes to get you pumped or like relaxing to study to.
There you go.
So I could definitely take those suggestions and make some dope videos. I appreciate it, guys.
That's it. Sweet. All right. Well, moving on to my last one, and I'll have to tell you how I heard about this song. So, love NES Complex. My buddy Chris does a great channel. Nintendo Power Time Machine, probably my favoriteest series on YouTube ever. And as I was watching his show to almost study it because he stopped doing it for a while, and I wanted to recreate it, which I took over. I took it over for just a short while. With his blessing, luckily. But he had this one song, and I always thought it was so rad. And Chris was really good about like pairing a song from the game that he was talking about at the time.
Right.
So I was able to find it, luckily, because he was talking about Track and Field 2. And this is the menu theme. And it was composed by Jun Funahashi. And he started with music composition in the mid-1980s and also helped Konami improve their NES sound driver. He continued writing music for Konami's games up until around 2000 when he became the music director for Konami Computer Entertainment Hawaii. Interesting.
Nice.
Other games include Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, and Ski or Die.
Not skate or die, ski.
Not skate or die, ski. You're skiing down the mountain. But
that one.
But this is a fun little tune, and it kind of starts out with like a cool little drum beat. And it's a little repetitive, but I just like the sound of it, so it's on the list.
Perfect. Here we go. Track and Field 2 menu. It's a short.
Yeah, it's short loop. Shorty but a goodie. You know, it's a menu theme, so you're probably not going to be on that screen very long, but
that's true. That is true.
I just I don't know why. It's just very appealing to me.
The drums sound really good in it. They're really hitting heavy.
Yeah. It helps for that Russ understands music, so he can kind of point those things out where I'm just like, it just sounds good.
I mean, that's being in a band. I play guitar. I do play drums, but when I was in bands, I played guitar. And you're trying to think of a beat, so like you're trying to communicate to your drummer, and you're like, do something like,
Yeah,
explain it to
exactly.
him. Yeah, certainly upbeat, fun one for sure.
And more hidden back, I think.
Right.
And once again, it's track and field too.
Yeah, the sequel. Like, who would have thought? Like, okay, especially a track and field game. Like,
I know,
cool
right?
music?
Like, it does. That's totally a rad song.
Not too bad. So yeah, this is our top 10 NES picks for some killer music. Figured to do it this way rather than full soundtracks, rather than be like all of Mega Man 2, all the let's niche it down to specific ones.
Yeah. I thought between the two of us it was pretty interesting. We didn't pick the same of any of them.
Right.
I guess it was only 5 songs. And I'll just say this too. You could have asked me this question on any given day. I may have given you a different list tomorrow.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, taste change.
That's just what I was feeling today.
Or something jogs the memory, and you're like, oh, what about? Oh, we didn't pick this game or whatever.
Yep.
This one had really good music.
Yep.
I mean, definitely tons could have made that. We could have made it a top 20 or 30. I mean, certainly let us know if you guys enjoyed this episode here. Something you want to continue on, something we change. I don't know if I should play the music a little bit longer. I figured,
I gave you a good feel for it.
Gave you a good feel for it. Most people are here just for the talking, not necessarily the music aspect. If you do enjoy music, said earlier in the podcast, definitely check out XVGM Radio. They got 100 episodes, so plenty of music to listen to on their podcasts.
And also, sorry for the cringy dancing. Every single song I treated like I was Beyonce, and I was doing the whole as your voice goes up, your hand goes up, as your voice goes, So yeah, a lot of cringe dancing if you're watching on YouTube, but hey, maybe it's funny. I don't know.
Who knows? Hey, give us a call if you guys want to give suggestions. Let us know how we're doing. You can text message as well. The phone number is 949-682-9277. Yeah. Anything else we got? I don't know. Oh, Jay, I passed. What do we have? 36,000 subscribers on Russ Lyman. So if you guys aren't following my Russ Lyman YouTube channel, go over there and check that out.
Get Russ to 40. Come on, let's do it. Russ needs a play button. He's been on YouTube forever. Has 1,000 channels.
Trying to see maybe by the end of the year, if it keeps this steady, I can get a play button.
Get this man a play button. I can live vicariously through him.
Yeah, just to put out a video that's doing really well. I'll grab it over here. I ended up making a Tiger handheld of Zelda. Hang on.
That's really sick, actually. I haven't watched this video yet, but from the picture I saw on Russ's YouTube post in the community page, it looked like it was going to be a pretty sweet Tiger handheld. So he's got it here. Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah. Sorry if you guys are listening, you can check it out on YouTube. But so I did the full on packaging.
Dude, how did you do that?
So I have the package in there, and I even did the back. So it says Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom with some on there. So I designed everything, printed it out. I didn't seal it, so you can take the bubble wrapper off and see the thing there. The only thing I couldn't do is actually make it play a game. So I printed a picture that's kind of green and pixelated of Link.
That's so dope.
But I'm doing a small 10 batch custom order. So limit it to 10. I got 5 slots taken up that people want them.
Wow.
So I'm gonna be selling them. I bought a new Tiger handheld and then ended up customizing it.
What game did you ruin for that?
Do I have it over here?
Was it X-Men or Transformers? X-Men, no, blast.
I chose X-Men because of the blue buttons.
There you go.
It matched the Zelda theme.
It looks really sick though. I like it.
But yeah, that video is doing really well. It's at like, I think 3,000 views, and that for a long form video, that's like good on my channel. It's so weird on the YouTube. I mean, the end of the podcast talking YouTube, but putting out a long form video and having 36,000 subscribers, and I'm like, oh, my video is doing good. It's got 3,000 views. It's like it never meets up with that. A lot of the views are from shorts. I was telling Jay one of my shorts is close to hitting 20 million views.
That's insanity.
It's at 19 million currently, and that probably gave me at least like 20,000 subscribers, I'd say.
My biggest TikTok video has 1.3 million. So you beat that times 19.
But it's so weird how it hits on different platforms.
Yeah.
Like I just did a video with Link from Tears of the Kingdom. I found out you can kind of skateboard in it because you have a fuse ability with weapons.
Yeah.
So instead of shield surfing, you could take a minecart, fuse it to your shield, and then ride it like a skateboard. So I was grinding some rails and I put Goldfinger Superman over it. And on Instagram, it's at like 300,000 views. But on TikTok and YouTube, it's at like 400 views or something.
Russ, did you see the Link 182 video I sent you today on TikTok?
I have to listen to it. No.
Oh, it's somebody did. I can't remember what song they remixed of Blink, but it was all to like stuff that happens like in Hyrule.
Oh, nice. What was it?
It might have been Damn It. I don't remember what the song was, but it's hilarious.
Well, be sure to reach out to us, guys, on social media. We're on Instagram. You can follow Jay on TikTok. I'm on there as well. Again, on YouTube community page, you guys could respond there and let us know what you guys want us to cover. We appreciate everyone listening weekly. We have now finally fully put the podcast over. We're independently run, no network. So we're back on iTunes, Google, Spotify, and of course here on YouTube. So appreciate everyone wherever you listen, if you're watching. And as always, I'm Russ Lyman. Keep your world fun bit by bit.
Later.